Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar, and this is Startup Freak Strategy and Tactics Episode 3. So, in our last episode, we have completed our build, our standard operating, I'd say modular build here. And just as a quick review, each of the two big pieces here has a rating of 11. Yes, I know what market research is game. The little ones, 3.35 each, and we have 4 of those, 2 of the big ones. The entire thing is covered by testing and by security. This one will be covered in once we iterate it over to the side. Is performance boosted and has some, like I said, pretty sweet ratings. So that, my friends, is where we were. What we're going to be doing now is, well, we're working on stuff. We're working on our new latest feature up here. This requested feature, not part of our normal build, but I'm not going to completely ignore it. Also, we're going to start making our way over here. Hopefully this little thing doesn't get left. I will be very upset if it does. In fact, did I just start this? Yeah, I did. So let me reposition this just to be sure that we don't have any unwanted leftovers, any really inefficient bout of marketing research, because that would just tilt me a little bit, just a smidge-a-meter. Right then. So with our dev team firing on all cylinders, let us continue. We are almost to the point where we can get to our next office. I know we just moved into this one. We're going to be going to the next one because more people means more bandwidth, means more everything. And that allows us to grow faster, which more importantly allows us to stay ahead of the curve. We're doing a decent job keeping up. As you can see, now that we've grown our features, both in quality and quantity, our bars have increased back to the green, but they're not quite there yet. All right, let's see here. Yeah, we got that. The other thing I might want to work on while simultaneously working on the office and supplies, I might want to mix in company PR. At least get the first early levels. This increases the starting levels of the people that you hire, which will be useful in just not having to train them up at all during their lower level stuff. We will be utilizing some training, but the less training you have to do, the better, because when you're training them, they don't work for you. Well, they work for you, but they don't do anything productive, I should say. Our servers are unfortunately, well, not on fire. They need to finish. I might, after we complete this feature and it's supporting little doodads around it, might stop doing development for a little bit. Just so that we can finish this part up. And focus more of our larger dev team into that 6th and all-important level of infrastructure. Because you can see our churn's going up, and that's because our servers cannot keep up with demand. We need that unlock. It is so important. All right, level 4 office and supplies. That much we do have going for us. And actually, I'm going to take this off for a little bit because I actually do want to focus my efforts on getting the company PR up a few levels. Because the first few levels are always the easiest and the fastest, so might as well. You know? So, but waste not, want not. You get level 4, there's no reason to delay in moving to an office. Now, the next level office, for some strange reason, has no rent. I think that's a bug. It probably should be the next, probably 3,000 or 4,000 a month in rent. Even if this is a bug, we want to go up to it, even if they patch it to not be free. But we need to go up to it anyway because I want more spaces, more employee spots. So we can hire 2 more people. And yes, we do want to replace our stuff. Let's see, one TV goes here. Honestly, I don't think it really matters where you place your stuff physically. Yeah, and then yeah, we got these things, the bookcases and what have you. I'm gonna wait for at least the first level of PR to finish before I start hiring people, just so I can at least get the benefit from that. All right, one feature, one company PR. All right, so this feature right here is complete. So let's get some ancillary stuff going for it, because we do want to help support it. I think what I'm going to do here, it's not going to be a perfect support like we are with this build down here, but if we do something like, oh, I don't know. Let's go here. Let's do one security node here. We'll do one security node here. We'll do a testing node here and try to see how many of these we can cover. We can cover all but one by the looks of it here, which is fine by me. That's pretty darn good. So one testing node, and then if we do a performance boost, we can cover the whole thing with a performance booster. I think that's about as good as we're going to get as far as support structures here without having to carve out a whole other section here. Because this is more of just a thing of opportunity. And those will finish, because these are also small, they'll finish relatively quickly. And we'll do one more level of PR before we hire more people. Yeah, I know the servers are on fire. I'm working on it. All right, milestone A complete. Yeah, we need another dev. Development 5, sales and marketing 5? Hell yeah! Welcome aboard, my friend. You can always use more of you. And another designer? Oh, what does that put our team at? Yeah, we could use another designer. Why not? Welcome aboard, my friend. Oh, we have room for one more? Well, I don't need another sales and marketing person. We'll wait for another person to come around. But that should knock these out pretty darn quick, and more importantly, finish this off. And then we can start building these other things up. All right, level 6 branding, excellent. Yeah, one feature is too technical, duh. Let's see, public domain is getting close, but it is too low. Okay. Well, I do like the sound of that. Let's up you to 30. And we are so close to infrastructure, I can taste it. Oop, and we got a bug. Let's knock that bug out. What kind of rating are we rocking here? 14! So yeah, the requested feature boost is huge, especially when you pair it with this over here. So yeah, definitely worth the time and effort working on that. Like I said, I'm going to let these cook until we finish off Infrastructure 6, and then I'll start building our features up quickly. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got more people coming in. We can hire one more person. We can hire another dev if we really want to. That would put us... that actually would give us a 2-to-1 ratio on dev to design, which is fine by me. Sales is pulling its weight. We are ahead of the curve as far as what we need to do sales-wise. That doesn't mean we're ready to start diving into more traditional advertising, but I'm good with where we are with that. You know what? We can keep you at level 2 and go back to furniture. That's fine for now. Wow. Well, no, not with that attitude, my friend. Dev 7. Yeah, we'll let in a dev 7. Or an attitude 7, dev 5, I should say. All right, now the office is full, which is fine. And we've got network topology. This is the holy grail. This is what we've been wanting. So now we can officially, at least for the time being, stop working on that. Stop working on that because we got some features to plan out. Oh boy, do we have features. So we're basically going to just be marrying this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 at the top, pointing down. You know, this second little feature that we built at the beginning of the game was actually the side feature of our second iteration here. So nothing gets wasted and within the pattern, that is. We've already got our little nodes here. What we do want to do is feature, 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 boom, 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 1, 2, 3, add it. Our little testing node here, we'll have a little overlap, but that's okay. It actually kind of makes it a little bit less prone. And what the hey, we can get another feature, design, test, because again, the two technicals go here in the middle. And since you can't plan features off of stuff that hasn't been built yet already, this is as much as we can do, but this will keep our teams busy. Look how quickly they blow through some of these percentages here. Now, as far as the servers themselves, let's actually, yeah, we might want to, at least until topography is researched, let's replace these with hushes, or at least some of these with hushes. Since you're just renting them, you can do very temporary swaps. Hopefully this will help reduce our churn. No, the hushes can't handle the traffic. They can't handle it, man. We need the topography. This is why I regret taking that off. Because look at what this is doing to our churn. I mean, our stars are nice and high here, but our churn is just punishing us for our hubris here. All right, now that this little one has finished here, we can slap a test right here, like so. That way we can just keep building this out as quickly as possible. Two new features. Let's see. Yeah, that's all set. So we can do our firewall here of security. We can also start planning out our other feature here. Oops, that's green. That's tech, like that. We can also throw down, because once you start getting a larger team like this, you can start in good faith planning stuff out aggressively in advance. Now you can see why we're focusing so heavily on market research here. Because of how quickly we start advancing here. Now we will hit a point. Oop, there's our bug. Let's get that. That is the one tile that's not being covered by testing, so a bug will show up there a little bit more often than anywhere else, honestly. But yeah, once we start sort of hitting the limits of our space, or rather we start outpacing what our market research can open up for us, that's when we shift our focus to feature developments. But once again, I want to make sure we get ourselves up good and set here. Aha, so public domain, it was too low, it is now too high. So having increased it by 5, we now decrease it by 1 at a time until they start harping about it. Yeah, so down to 29 you go. And are you almost done? You're almost done. And then we can let our users breathe a sigh of relief. All right, yeah, we're working on all those. That's fine. You keep doing what you're doing. Oh, thank goodness. All right, activate. Now here's the thing about load balancing here. The amount of load that your servers have to endure is hugely reduced when you have the servers in the local region. Like, I can handle North America probably with a couple of fuchsias. South America, 1 fuchsia, probably even less. But I'm just going to put it there so I don't have to replace it that often. Europe, less. We'll do 2 in Africa, 2 in Australia. Asia's going to be the one that's going to be demanding. We'll do 4 here. But yeah, see how many servers we can get away with now and still maintain everyone in the green. That's why level 6 infrastructure is so important. And why I regret not beelining to it more aggressively. All right, we got a couple more things here. We can do our lower node of security here. Get our side feature here. We can also, I think we're going to go for a triple here. So we're going to go get one more thing of market research that should carve out enough space for a 3rd iteration of our pattern. And that's when I usually then, after doing 3 iterations of it, I'll pivot over to do developing feature upgrades. Yeah. Which actually means there's no reason for us to slow down. If we have the attachments here, we can plan the features out. The only thing I might need to do, can I do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yeah, I can't do this this topper till I hit this market research, and I don't want to do a 6er because that's just going to make it incomplete. I could actually technically start building and planning out the bigger feature here. As long as it's touching something that's been completed, you can plan it. It'll take us a while to complete all of these, but it will keep our team good and busy. And that's why we have this much extra capacity, so that we can grow this quickly. Because look at this, our stars are maxed. Our stars are maxed. And, oh, Asia is still blinking yellow, but everyone else is in the green. So we can... Fuchsia servers are still the most economical of the servers, so I will be sticking to them until our demand outstrips our ability to provide them with just pure that, at which point we're going to want to get some more advanced and higher capacity ones. We just got our next thing here, so we can start buying new furniture. The executive desks and workstations, both very good purchases. That it just insta upgrade everybody here. All right, let us dink. One feature. Got that. All right, nothing more to be done here. Yeah, I know a lot of our stuff isn't being covered by testing at the moment. Keep your pants on, game. I'm working on it. Okay, what else did we just finish? What did we just finish? I know we finished this little one down here. We could take a chunk down here, but you know, actually, this isn't a bad user requested feature to go after. I might switch my my market research to carve out this part here because it's close enough. And the ratio is here, so this could be a really high star feature without having to do a whole other block like this. Right then. Off we go. And one more sprint. Boop, boop. Okay. Public domain is too high. We'll pop it back down again. By $1.28. And now we should be good, so we can plan out our performance booster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Add to sprint. And let's get you over here. Yeah, we definitely want to carve out this chunk right here so that we can access this user requested feature in its entirety. Aha! Got these all going, so we can throw down our testing. One here. And one here. We can also throw down our testing right here, because that one, that little feature here finished. And as you can see, we very quickly start using up a lot of our slots that we've got carrying here. Ooh! Well, we're already in a full office, but still not too shabby. Add to sprint. Feature. Add to sprint. And yeah, I think once we get to a 6 office, we'll flip ourselves back over to researching candidates, because then our focus is going to be on just getting more candidates and raising the levels of all of our candidates. Oh, by the way, remember how I promised at the beginning of the series that we'd find a way to defeat churn? Guess what, my friends? We've done just that. Churn. 0. Because we are not only is our bar at its max, we have over leveled the bar. So I'm convinced that the game will continue measuring it long past the window here, and that serves to knock churn down even further, all the way down to 0. Meanwhile, we are getting the most amount of signups out of our visitors as possible. It is at this point that we want to actually consider going more aggressively into marketing, because now that we are pulling in as many visitors as possible as signups, and we're keeping all of them, now the best way to increase our revenue is through spending in advertising. That's why we haven't touched our advertising budget or researched any of the other advertising options until now. We wanted to polish our stuff to a mirror finish. So we will be exploring that as well. Let's just finish up this last build, and then I think we will call it an episode. So, yeah. Sprint there. Excellent. Let's just wait for something to actually finish here, or 2 somethings in this particular case. All right, we can do plan out our next feature. Like so. And I'm still going to leave hangers on the sides here, just because, just in case we want to continue the pattern. All right, let's continue. Level 6 office supplies, good. All right, we'll stop there and we'll pivot back to company PR. I don't really see a lot of benefit to doing job advertising just to get more candidate pool, because they'll rotate out, and so you can kind of stick around and wait for more. It's better that you get higher levels. All right, security goes here. Almost done with all of our stuff. Local call. Aha! So, the one thing that will break your stranglehold on 0 churn are negative events that cause churn. And even this plus 2% has sort of uncorked the lid on our churn calculation and caused us churn. Nothing we can really do about that. There's nothing we can do about that. Our servers are all in the green. Our stars have not decayed. We're actually up to 121, so we are still grossly overperforming on that front. So yeah, there's nothing we can do to stop event churn. Now, if you get hacked, that will also act as sort of a temporary negative event that causes churn. But being hacked, or preventing that, is something that you can control. So you don't have an excuse to let yourself get hacked, because that will get yourself, that'll be painful. That'll be painful. All right, add that little one to the sprint. All right, we got our thing. Oldie's getting, but it is too high. And last time we adjusted oldies, we adjusted it downwards. So let us adjust it downwards by 5. Again, only do it in ones if you have to turn the corner here. But that we are just about done with everything. Well, done with this particular outlay here. And now that opened up a nice little area here. So we'll be wandering into that in addition to doing some of our other programs here once this last little bit finishes up. In fact, I'm going to call it done for now. They'll finish these probably in the next sprint or two. Probably in the next sprint, given the rate of their production. Right then, last thing before we leave here, I'd like to point out we have officially turned profitable. And holy crap, we did that just in time. I like to try to avoid having to bring on a second investor, but you have to be really quick about getting your profitability up there before the money runs out and you have to pull in another one. But we did it. We did it, Reddit. We did it. We are now officially profitable to the tune of 10K per month, which is not bad. And that will just get better, and it'll get better faster once our churn event goes away and once we start sinking our teeth more into advertising proper. But that plus the feature upgrades will be covered in the next episode. So if you guys like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, when I remember to upgrade my branding, this has been Pinstar signing out. See ya!